It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints' versatile running back. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Saints and the Niners. Coming up
now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That is easier said than done, but I think these two teams today both find themselves at the end of the year in that mix.
Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates. Get this one going. And off we go from Santa Clara. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they... all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today. Can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success?
On second down, Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. A tight end in motion now. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Purdy now on second down. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out. See a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Putting the tight end in motion. Now a give on the ground. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8.
Let's go.
Tight end on the move left. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He'll try to run, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But he'll gather it back in. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the 49ers are out to an early 3-0 lead. 3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way. And that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Diamador Lenore there defensively to break that one up. A run now on 2nd down. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. Inside the 40. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, 49ers. The extra point is good. And the 49ers are out to a 10-0 lead. Shaheed now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently second in the NFL in rushing. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. A handoff. The ball comes out. The Niners have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. The points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Saints offense and their running back set to go once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Starting with first and 10. Look him up on a second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Short throw taken by Pitts. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And There wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the side. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Saints offense ready to get back to work. They'll They can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Back to throw. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Williams in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Coming across, he's got it in the hands of Williams. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Renardo Green. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Extra point try forthcoming. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Rondale Moore leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see currently they trail in that ball game. Jaden Daniels has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now faking the give. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Mike, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate.
And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The Niners offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They send the tight end in motion. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Purdy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Kyle Shanahan now will turn to his field goal unit. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. And this one is blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a first down.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll look to pick up the pace. Shaheed in motion. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll try and go up tempo here as they hustle to the line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's deep for Olave. Talanoa Hufanga had the coverage from the safety position and comes away with the breakup. He'll try the right side this time. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Stoppage here. One of the 49ers is down. From the 1. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. This drive will start on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Let's go. Hey, bring it. Check. Go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a 49ers first down. I do believe gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Check. Ready, go. Set, go.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Ayuk makes the play along the sideline. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
Ready, break. Ready. On block line. Check.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll motion the tight end right. 3rd down. Purdy. Short pass. Takes it. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Moving the tight end right. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. To throw, Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
That's good. 4.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Reload.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Purdy. Taking off, and he will score. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, San Francisco. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact
Personal
with
foul.
the kicker too
Roughing the
late.
kicker. Defensive.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's deep for Olave. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
He's going to keep it himself. Nice game on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Hey, Bronco switch. Alert. Hey.
Now a give on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 3rd and long.
Ready. Bring it. Check. Panther. Unlock line.
Purdy gonna give this to Garendo. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. The Niners send their field goal unit on the field. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Niners will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. We'll try and hurry to the line here. Back to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. They'll look to throw yet again. Open man down the field. It's Olave. Saints going to use their second timeout as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead.
And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So you find...
So a win here for the 49ers. And right away you can...